So we're gonna do one more example on you, so your lucky day, is that, so let me ask you this, is there anything that on your body physically that doesn't work the way you want it to?
Sometimes my right knee.
So sometimes your right knee, besides when you eat chips?
No, it's funny that came up.
So let's see. So what we're gonna do is hold this up, just for the heck of it. You touch a spot on your right knee that sometimes hurts. Well, you're right. In this case, there is some other weakness there, okay? So there might be another reason for it. So I have a feeling, let me just try something. Can you go like this and put your leg like this? So this is a muscle function test for the sartorius muscle. It's the longest muscle in your body. Starts at the hip and it goes to the inside of your knee, okay? I'm gonna pull you hold, just like I thought. That's kind of weak and wobbly. Let's try it on this side. Pull back. That one's better. Try this one again. One finger. Yeah, it's pretty weak.
Yeah.
So it's the longest muscle in your body. This one relates to your adrenal gland. Your adrenal gland is your stress, fight, or flight gland. Does that make sense? So let's see if there's an emotional reason for it. Just for the heck of it, put your hand on your forehead. Now try it again. I'm pulling. Strong as a rock. So again, you can walk around like this all day. I know you feel like you do sometimes, but it really just tells us it's emotionally related. Okay, so let's see if we can plug into that. So when we do it, there's three things in life. There's, love, money, and us in our roles, as we say. So when we corrected this, just like you saw before, like a computer, it's kind of like we're deleting it. What these emotions are, they're called the neuro-emotional complexes, or NECs. They're like annoying pop-ups on your home screen on your computer, okay? Basically, we're getting them off your home screen, so when the button's pushed, they don't react, they don't pop up anymore, okay? And it's kind of like ending up in a deleted file. So they're not necessarily gone. If you delete something, it's really not gone, it's in a deleted file somewhere. But I don't know about you, but I don't know anybody that goes, hey, I'm just gonna take all my time today and go through my deleted file and look at everything I've deleted. No, it's not how the body works. So it's not how your mind works, and if that's you, I don't know what to tell you. So, but nobody does that. So once it's deleted, it's like out of sight, out of mind, so to speak. You can pull it up for nostalgic purposes, the memory, but it's not gonna be running your life anymore. And that is like one of the hugest things that change, and people report from NET being done. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna see NET done basically, just like we did. We're gonna see what is the emotion that's related to your adrenal gland, okay? So, but we're gonna go at it through a body part that hurts, which is your knee. So touch your knee where it was hurting. This is gonna go weak. I'm gonna touch here, it's gonna get strong, so take this off. So I'm gonna say different categories, okay? There's 3 different areas of life. There's love, there's money. So love is like everyone ever loved, everyone's ever loved you. And then money is like money, job, finance, career, things like that. Nope. And then there's you. As they say, I've met the enemy, it is me. So you, when I say you, it's not like you. It's like you in your roles, like Portia the mom, Portia the daughter, Portia the, child of God, Portia the businesswoman, Portia the freedom fighter, Portia, whatever it is. So of all the different roles right now, okay, where are you the most challenged?
Okay, say educator.
Educator. Okay, yeah, good call. Let me just double check. Is it something other than that? Is it the educator? Yes, it's definitely educator. So what we want to do is we want to see which emotion is related to it, okay? So you the educator. So do we have what's called muddled instability, muddled thoughts, up and down, can't figure it out, can figure it out. So emotion is like trying to figure something out, but I can't figure it out. So how would you associate figuring something out, or I can't figure it out, with being an educator? What are you trying to figure it out in? What are you trying to figure out in the education world for yourself?
I think what this year looks like with my different groups.
Okay, so can you think about
Yep.
what you're talking about? So when you think about that, it goes weak. So let me just double check. Is there something more significant? No, that's definitely it. So in order to change, we could change what's going on now, but if we just clear what's going on now, it's like mowing my lawn to get rid of my weeds and say, look, my weeds are gone. They're not really gone. What affecting us now is gone, but as soon as the root comes back, then it's back. Does it make sense? So we're gonna see where's the significant emotional event. So it doesn't necessarily go back to the worst, it's gonna go back to the first. The first time in your life you couldn't figure something out where you couldn't express it, but you held it inside. You ready? We're gonna start at the beginning. The beginning is prior to conception. So it didn't go weak, so you didn't bring it in with you, so we don't have that conversation. Then there's conception of birth, you know, you're your mom for 9 months, so whatever happens to her happens to you, so she's off the hook on this one. So then there's birth to 5, nope, 5 to 10, nope, 10 to 15. So when it's counted, 10, 11, prior to 11, 11. So 11 years old. So 11 is like 6th grade, 5th grade into 6th, depending on when your birthday is. So if you think back to when you were 11, what's the first thing that pops in your mind that you could not figure out?
My parents getting separated.
Parents getting separated, okay? Yeah, that would be what's called a significant emotional event. So again, when people get this done, they say it's like 6 months of therapy. In a minute, it just goes right to it. And obviously, this is not staged. We're just doing this live so you can see it, how it's done, real time. So let me just double check, is it more than that? So again, when it looks like you becoming the educator, again, our goal is not to psychoanalyze it, but when you look at trying to figure that out, what that looks like, out comes the 11-year-old who maybe was trying to figure out, how am I going to navigate this situation? Does it make sense? Okay, so our goal is not to sit and psychoanalyze it. We just want to clip the wire so your body's better able to reorganize itself and function and live through today without acting like an 11-year-old. So it's like a gumball machine. You put the quarter in, you turn it, the gumball comes out. But you know what comes down? The next gumball. So it's not something to be addicted to, like I gotta clear all these thousands of emotions. The thing is, the more we do, the better it gets, whether it's like eating the right way or working out or doing anything spiritually for yourself. The more you do, the better it gets, especially if you're doing something that's good for you. So take your hand and touch over here where your adrenal gland is, and that gets strong because that's where it's been technically this has been sitting in your adrenals rent-free for the last, since you were 11. So you're gonna leave this hand here, you're gonna take this hand, you're gonna put it on your forehead. Now I'm gonna tap on 3 separate areas. This part here, I need you to breathe in and out. And I need you to think about your parents separating and trying to figure out how you're gonna navigate that. Keep breathing, keep thinking about it. And there it goes. Keep breathing. Okay, so hold this up and it turns that right back on. So let's do this. Go like that, thank you. I'm gonna pull and as strong as a rock. So let's say you came in and your knee was hurting and we had you walk around right now, it's gonna be better. It's gonna range somewhere between, yeah, maybe it's a little better, to, oh my God, it's gone. It's a miracle, right? And every day, all day long, it's the same thing. It's gonna be something like that, and the more we do, the better it gets. So there are physical parts to you, nutritional parts, emotional parts, but one thing we know, you're better right now than when we started this video. So that's kind of in a nutshell some of the things you'll see when you come to the Cohn Health Institute and you go through an initial, let's say, treatment protocol here. But again, there's so many different things that you can get done. Different muscle techniques like ART or active release technique, other types of things using vials, not just diagnostically, but therapeutically, like you'll see with CRA and some other techniques that have grown out of the CRA world. You'll see different things where you're touching different things and the practitioners treating certain parts, like in Neuralink. You'll see a lot more muscle and bone and engagement. Sometimes you'll see wedge blocks used to unravel your pelvis from SOT, which is sacro-occipital technique, or applied kinesiology. Sometimes we'll do stuff with your cranium, your jaw, where we'll have to put a glove on and we'll go in the mouth, or we'll moving bones around here that you'll see in certain craniopathy from applied kinesiology. So many different things, way more than we can have on this video, but we wanted you to get a little picture of what you're gonna see for yourself, your friends, your family, your loved ones when they come to the Cohn Health Institute.